This
Yeah.
meeting is being live streamed. Preparing to live stream on YouTube.
Got it. It asked me a question too. I said, got it. I could have denied.
Okay, sweet.
We are live stream.
Yeah,
on
baby.
YouTube.
Yeah, baby. Yep.
And I just got the notification too via email. Let all our viewers and subscribers know.
All right, hold on a second. I just got to turn this off. There we go. All right, you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. All right, cool. So we are live streaming. Hey, everybody who's joining. Very cool.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. So let's I just want to see if I can get the comments going with this thing. Hey. Yeah, okay, sweet.
Yeah.
So if you go to YouTube, Brian, you can actually see the chat section if anybody hops on it.
Let me see here.
Yep, so we can actually see different people's comments and whatnot. But anyways, sweet. So Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
And yourself?
I'm doing good. I got my tea. I'm ready to go.
I got my coffee.
Yeah. Yes. So
Nice and early Saturday morning.
Yes,
got
it
the
is.
weekend off right.
So, dude, why don't we start off with? Do you want to just take a quick look at Bitcoin?
Sure. You want
to? Or maybe we could wait. We could even wait for some people. Well, no, just go ahead. Let's just do it.
Well, sure. I'm just going to say one thing. I'm going to before I pull up the chart for Bitcoin. Just give me a moment. So I'm going to share my screen. You have to allow sharing for me. Crypto Cody.
Gotcha. Sorry. Yeah. And by the way, just want to remind everybody that we are not financial advisors. Nothing that we're doing here is anything that we are trying to give to you is financial advice. So if you guys get inspired to do anything with your finances or with your money, don't, it was your own personal decision.
That is correct. We are here for entertainment purposes only.
Yep. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out why. There we go.
Let me know when I can.
Yeah, I'm working on it. There we go. Okay. All right. You should have it now.
There we go. All right. So the first thing I just wanted to show, I found this yesterday. So MicroStrategy owns 158,000 Bitcoins as of September 24th. It's crazy. It's like over $4.5 billion worth of Bitcoin that this company holds. So I found this where it goes through all their buying of cryptocurrency. They started back in August of 2020, started accumulating their Bitcoin holdings. Now, this is a major corporation. So you look at, all the purchases they made since then. They've been constantly buying Bitcoin. And then their last one, they bought 5,445 Bitcoin for a price of $147 million to get them up to 158,245 Bitcoin. That to me is amazing. So anyway, I just thought that was really fascinating to me. I mean, we have major corporations out there that have Bitcoin holdings in their portfolio. So anyway, here's the Bitcoin chart right now, daily candle wicks. And you can see here, pretty much the last week, we had a little spike up. We're still battling with the 200-day and the 50-day moving average. 200-day is just above the 50-day moving average, but you can see a lot of price action going on here, a lot of positive price action, and with a decent amount of volume. So to me, this is, in a sense, like a little battleground. So right in here, if we can go ahead and get above this, 50 and 200-day moving average, that could in turn to support instead of resistance. Right now, it's kind of like we're fighting against that as resistance, trying to break through that ceiling. So if we can break through that, the next level we're going to see is like 28,000, and we'll have a little battle there. We'll see what happens. But Bitcoin's doing what it's doing. It's doing a little sideways action, and then it's going to bump up. And to me, it's sideways action. We're just going to have this slow progression. Well, I don't know how slow you want to call it, but we're just constantly, well, we had a big move here back in March, but it's just constantly going up, sideways, maybe down a little bit, and then up, making a higher new high, and right now we got, a higher low too as well. So, and that's what we like to see during a bull market, higher highs and higher lows. And it just gradually keeps going up. And we're really not even to the start of I think the big bull run, which usually happens. I think we'll see some of it leading up to the halving and then after the halving, like that last year after the halving.
Well, yeah, the month of October is historically, I think from that last document that you showed last week, I think the month of October is usually pretty awesome, if I'm not mistaken.
Usually, to me, it seems like the last quarter of the year, October, November, December, usually bodes pretty well for cryptocurrencies leading into the new year. And then depending what's going on, we might have a drop after the new year, or, to me, that's a 50-50 what happens in January.
Yeah, that is usually 50-50. It's just like September has always been notoriously a bear market. Well, not more bearish throughout the month, but for some reason it seems as if like this particular month has not been nearly as bad as it has in the past, which is really kind of fascinating to me.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, crypto's been really boring, like for quite a while, very stagnant. So I hope that people have been buying, like actually picking up crypto, because I mean, you're really missing out if you're not doing it.
This is the time to buy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like Warren Buffett says, when blood's in the streets and everybody's fearing crypto and they're getting out and selling, that's when I want to buy. And when everybody's being really greedy, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to the moon and everybody's buying and the prices are high, that's when I want to get out.
Right. Exactly.
And most people, human nature, most people are going to do it the opposite. Everybody's going, oh my God, Bitcoin's crashing. I need to get out before I lose everything.
Yeah.
And
seriously.
they take huge losses. And then when like last bull market, Bitcoin's at 55, 60,000, 65,000. Oh boy, I better get on the train before I miss my ride up, while they're buying at the peak.
Right.
And then it goes down and they're like, oh, this is a scam. I'm getting out. They sell their Bitcoin, they take the loss, and they complain that cryptocurrency isn't a real thing. It's a scam. Well,
right.
I mean, the same thing would happen to you if you bought a stock when it was high and sold it when it was low. You'd still lose money there. Same concepts. Exactly.
Right. And then it's just so funny because everybody, like, it's just everybody's brains, once they start getting back into it, everyone's just like excited about it and they're getting back into it. And, I think, I think one of the things that we got to also remind ourselves is that, this is long-term investment stuff. This is not just short-term stuff. I mean, the market cap right now is, what is it? Just above $1 trillion, basically. So
market cap actually, it's been going up slowly, ticking up. Right now we're at 1.1 trillion. So $1.117 billion is our market cap.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's so this could seriously take off in being a multi-mega trillion-dollar market, just because and that's not just because of Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin could be a multi-trillion-dollar market cap in and of itself, and it already has. It
already has hit $1 trillion before in the last bull run.
Right, exactly. So the very fact that Bitcoin was able to do that by itself, and then you got thousands of other, cryptos that are out there in the world that are legitimate cryptos, well, maybe not thousands, but I would say,
well, I'd say
probably at least 1,000, are probably
close to it. There's right now on CoinGecko, they have 10,188 cryptos listed.
Right.
So I was just doing a search right here. So probably the top 1,000 or, between 500 and 1,000 legitimate cryptos out here.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I did the just to look at the top crypto gainers and losers, and this is just for the top 1,000. What was going on in the market, and I look here on the left and it tells you where its market rank is. These are the big gainers for the last 24 hours. Wonder if I could change that too. But anyway, I go through here in the last 24 hours, there is only one cryptocurrency in this list in the top 100, and that was Chiliz, which I'll probably talk about a little bit later on. But then you look at and then they have the top losers, and none of those losers were in the top 100. But I just found that like I could do, you can change it. If I want to just see what's happening in the top 100 coins, I can select the top 100, and see what are, in the last 24 hours. I want to see if I can change this right here. No, I was hoping I can do a week here. Maybe, oh, here we go. So I'll just do like the last 7 days for the top 100 coins. Internet's moving a little slow this morning. Hasn't had its coffee yet. So look at this. Chainlink is booming the last week. So these are the top 100 movers, gainers in the last week. So crypto is definitely moving, in a positive way. And we're going to start seeing altcoins pop. One here, one there that has 100%, 200%, 300% gain. If we look, one that was big, like I talked about and we had talked about, was Teller. I'm just going to pull it up and see what it's done in like the last, week or two. I mean, how did I get Tron? One of Crypto Cody's favorite coins.
Yeah, I love Tron. It's so funny. It's such a everybody.
It's stayed solid. I can't believe how, solid it was. It has been through the whole bear market.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I mean, yeah, not to get off topic, but Tron was like a dream come true through the bear market. It is either, throw it in stablecoin or throw it in Tron. I mean, that's literally what it was.
So this is, let me go 14 day. I mean, like Teller, it was down, $25 back on September 18th. And then, on September 27th, 9 days later, it's $60. 9 days later, it was over 100% gain. So we're going to see a lot of these altcoins start popping like this. But I think majority of them are going to be solid projects. I mean, we're going to see the pump and dump ones as well. But I mean, Teller is a solid project. It's kind of like in the Oracle group of cryptocurrencies. It's in a sense, a competitor of Link. So anyway, things are just starting to really boom. I'm getting excited for, trying to catch some of these cryptos. If you're a trader, I trade a little bit. I'm more like a swing trader. I might put a trade in, and it's usually like a 2 to 4 to 8 week time frame that I'm looking to complete my trade to be in and out.
Yeah.
So definitely not a day trader.
Yeah, and so the thing that I've really noticed a lot, that especially this past week, there's been a lot of negative. I mean, there's always negative news when it comes to, cryptocurrency, fear of uncertainty and doubt and whatnot. But, I've just noticed that there's a lot of regulatory things that are happening. We're starting to see a lot of regulations or a lot of challenging, in regulations and whatnot, up against different companies.
Well, even take that a step further is government regulation. The European community, they just completed, I think, making their stable coin like a USDC coin, like a digital currency. So I've read some articles where like the US, I mean, we're starting to lag behind. To me, it's because of the SEC,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
why they're dragging their feet. There's got to be some backdoor reason why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah, but there's even like, I mean, we talked about it in the last video that even some congressmen and women are really pushing crypto. And then there's some people that are just like trying to put serious regulation on it. We're expecting regulations in general, but I've just
And that's
noticed
not
that
a bad thing either.
no, it's
Regulation's not a
not.
bad thing.
No. But at the same time, it's like you also don't want it to be infringed upon people's freedoms to a degree that's not, appropriate. Or at least I'm speaking, from being a U.S. citizen, But this is interesting though. There's been a lot of drama that's been going on, and we don't need to talk too much about it because I'm sure everybody's talked quite about it. But see if I can actually pull this up.
Look at that. Fugitive.
Wait, do you see it?
Yeah. The fugitive founder of crypto hedge fund that lost 10 billion with a B.
Yeah. So this was a big story that took place a little while ago, and they finally found him. And just, I mean, as far as like key points go and stuff, yeah, they found him. Actually, let me show you this down here. This is from CNBC. This came out yesterday, actually. At its peak, 2022, 3AC manager about 10 billion in assets, making it one of the most prominent crypto hedge funds in the world. So this guy was managing one of the most prominent hedge funds in like the crypto world. And yeah, so he's recently gotten into some serious trouble with that. They found him. I mean, look at this. This was on that's him right there. Yeah, this was New York. Is this New York Times? Yeah, this is a New York Times article. Same thing. This was huge.
So, well, the Three Arrows Capital, wasn't that they went under when the FTX thing happened.
Yep.
I think they were way over leveraged as well.
Right, exactly. And that's what was happening. Last summer, the Three Arrows, which is based out of Singapore and managed 3 billion at its peak, filed for bankruptcy after the cryptocurrency market meltdown. So crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, I saw something about FTX further down in that article you were just pulling up.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Something right. Go down a little more.
Yeah, it was a little further down.
Yeah, I think it's a little further up. Anyway.
Is it up? Well, anyways, yeah. So, there's a lot of, anyways, my point I'm trying to get at is there's a lot of regulations that are taking place and happening. And it's not, I mean, this was obviously has nothing to do with regulation as much as it has to do with just not being able to, you're kind of being over leveraged and, dealing with the Sam
Bankman-Fried.
Yeah, that whole thing, that was, but it's not even just that. I mean, dude, there's like so many crazy things that are going on. Like, I mean, this is actually an article about, well, I mean, we all know about what's going on with Ripple. I mean, that's been going on. I mean, you think that Ripple is going to be continuing having to go through their lawsuit and whatnot, but I mean, this is a recent thing that just took place. Oops, sorry, I just moved it. So,
right. I think, I think the biggest hurdle for Ripple is over by winning their case. I think the SEC is just grasping at straws now to try to save face.
Right, exactly. Going to repeal it or whatever. But, there's that. And then, even so, this is another thing that's really interesting. And I kind of wanted to talk about this today. Was that so? And I'm sure that everybody knows about this, which is, it's kind of funny, but well, it's not funny, actually. It's not funny at all because
no, it's not.
It's actually kind of sad. But, I just want people to know that there's a lot of crypto channels out there. And I'm not suggesting that BitBoy is a bad guy as far as, the information that he was delivering to the community and whatnot. He was a very bullish kind of individual. So he was always talking about that stuff. But I just want to remind people that, first of all, I mean, nobody's perfect. So there's really, there's always going to be imperfect people, everyone's imperfect, but it's good for us to do our due diligence. I mean, it really is, and he, I actually would credit him in saying that he did a really good job of doing his own due diligence and sharing it with the public and stuff. So I think a lot of people are just like getting all bent out of shape about what the heck is going on. And I think this is more to do with his personal life and his personal company and all that stuff and what he's been, having to deal with that. But just reminding people that there's a lot of crypto channels out there, including ours, and just make sure that you do your due diligence. Like, don't just take our word for it. I really think that that's important that people understand that. And I mean, that has a little bit less to do with what's going on in this guy's life. But yeah, I mean, he got arrested, and I just think it's crazy how much drama is going on. He's actually not even going by. I don't even think he actually is called BitBoy anymore. I think he's officially just.
I don't
Ben
think he had
Armstrong.
I don't think he had the rights to BitBoy. I think that's why there was this battle between him and that where he got arrested loitering in front of the other person's house. I think is
It was a business partner's house.
Right. And I think he had the rights to the name.
Right. Exactly. And it's just, but the thing that I'm trying to say is just like, I just think that, there's so much drama that's been going on with like crypto channels, exchanges, just everything that's going on. And it's just painting such a bad picture for crypto in general, I feel like. And it's just painting a bad picture for the growth of what we're trying to do with just with crypto in general. And I think that we just need to remind ourselves, that it's the Wild West still. I think it will be for a little bit. And we're going to see stuff like this happen all the time, where super, super influential channels like this, things are going to happen, and it shouldn't discourage you from what's going on in the crypto world. It should just make you realize that nobody's perfect, and I just went, and this is not what BitBoy was doing, but I'm just saying there are crypto channels out there where they are trying to actually scam you, and so don't misunderstand what's going on here with BitBoy. But make sure that you do your due diligence, because there is a lot of, especially when the bull market starts happening, dude, it's like there's so many people that are going to get scammed. It's like
people are going to be pushing, these altcoins that are, way down. They're just starting maybe $1 million market cap. They're just trying to create pump and dumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Promoting the coin, and then people buy in, and then,
right.
Price goes up and they're selling while they're still telling people to buy.
Right, exactly. And I just, I just think it's important for people to know that, because, this has nothing to do with that. This is just a lot of drama, that's going on.
Yeah.
But, because I actually admire BitBoy. He was
Wasn't
fun channel.
He part of breaking the story about FTX or one of those collapses?
He's played. Well, I don't know how far into it he played into that, but I know that he's really been on top of things as far as delivering news goes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's but he's going by the name of Ben Armstrong, which is his name. So,
yeah.
But and funny enough, another Armstrong that's out there is the CEO.
Coinbase.
Yep, Capital Hill has just pushed to clear crypto rules. Okay, this is on CNBC Crypto News, I believe. It's kind of cool that they actually have their own channel with CNBC for crypto.
I know. Well,
but
it's here.
It's here to
Crypto's
stay.
Here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
But yeah, so I think.
So I wonder if at some point it'll be kind of like the stock exchange, right? Where you have coins that are listed on the major exchanges, the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, but then you're going to have these other coins. They'll be like penny stocks, right? And you have to go to a different exchange to get those.
Right.
Just like penny stocks. People are still buying and selling penny stocks. They've been doing it for years, and 99% of those are junk, and people are going to lose their money.
Right.
But what they need, I don't know why they can't follow a similar regulations that they have with the stock exchange.
I don't know. I think part of that has to do, a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's just no way to monitor everything. Like, you can't. I mean, I guess you can, because there's centralized exchanges.
Well, decentralized exchanges. Yeah, I mean that was the whole purpose of crypto, was to become decentralized.
Yeah, ultimately,
but some people like centralization. So I think eventually we're going to see the centralized side of cryptocurrency, where majority of the people are probably going to be involved with. They like it
Yeah.
easy. They don't want to have to worry about it. Let someone else take care of that for me. And then we're going to have the other side is going to be the decentralized, where people want to take control of their own finance, take control of their own crypto, and not worry about, the centralization taking over if something happens. They have full control of their crypto.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's going to happen. It'll probably be split. You'll have centralized coins, you'll have decentralized coins. And it's just a matter of how things will evolve.
Right. And trying to like figure out how to go through the process of tax. That's another thing too, is that I just got to remind people is like, when the time comes, if you guys made a lot of money with cryptocurrencies, I seriously pay your taxes. Like I'm
Yes.
not, I know it sucks. And it's just like, but you got to pay your taxes. If you don't do that, you're going to be in a world of hurt at some point in life. It's going to bite you in the
Even
ass.
if you're off for, even if you pay a little more, you pay a little less. But if you made the effort to pay the taxes on it, I think that
Right.
goes a long way.
It
If
goes
you
a
ever
huge way.
If you ever get audited, because you'll
Right.
be like, well, I made my best effort. There weren't tax laws in place, or they were very vague for crypto. So if you make a best effort to pay taxes on your gains, I think you'll be all right. It's the people that are trying not to pay any taxes on it that they're going to come after.
Dude, when I did that, that was what John McAfee was actually in serious trouble for, was not paying taxes.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
when I did that interview with him a few years ago, he was talking all about privacy coins and being able to like, because if you actually take your money and put it into privacy coins, there's no traceable. You can't actually trace that.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what he was doing, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's 100% true. I just know that he loved privacy coins, and that's what he talked about. So just a lot of cryptocurrency in privacy coins right now. But don't think that you can get away with it.
There's not a lot of privacy coins out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can do a search on privacy coins real quick. See what we have. Just you can keep going. I'm going to just search without sharing my screen right now.
Yep. No, that's
See
cool.
what I can find.
So I think I have one of my little ones trying to break into the room right now. But hold on a second. All right. So something I've been really looking into also that I was really interested in is Maker.
Yeah. They've been around for a long time.
Yeah, they have. They were doing pretty good yesterday as far as the market goes. So hold on a second. Let me see if I can pull this up.
There's all sorts of.
All right, Maker.
Yeah, so I got this list here.
You got it?
I got one. It's
yeah, pull it up.
But I have to go through each one. It's not like a list. They talk about it. So here we go. This is like
I'm gonna let you talk for a bit. I gotta take care of my kid.
Yeah. So this is like the top 10 privacy coins, the benefit of privacy coins. While most cryptocurrencies are traceable on the blockchain, privacy coins utilize a range of protocols to obscure the addresses of transacting parties. So hence making it private. So privacy coins out there, Monero, which is probably one of the biggest ones. We had Zcoin. There's Bytecoin, which I had no idea Bytecoin was a privacy coin. Grin and Wimble, never heard of them. I might have to look up some of these after. Super Zero, Dash has been around for a long time. That used to be over $1,000 for a Dash coin. Zcash, I used to have a holding in Zcash. That was been around for a long time. So Horizon, actually Komodo, I didn't really know that was a privacy coin as well. That's interesting. I actually have some Komodo. We'll see what happens with that one. Verge was a huge gain back in the 2017 bull market. You know, that was crazy. Just
Heck.
hey, yeah. So these privacy coins, some of them I didn't even know, like Komodo. So I was going to talk about Verge back in the back in the 2017 bull market. Hold on, what was the symbol? That thing had like huge gain. Yeah, let me see where I was. Yeah, XVG. So I just want to look up XVG on we'll just go here. But these privacy coins, you know, people like them. They want privacy. They don't want to know. They don't want Big Brother to know what they're doing.
Dude, I can't believe Verge is on. Is that really 342 for the
Yeah.
number?
Yeah.
Do you remember when it was like in the top 100?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
Isn't that
so
crazy?
look at this, right? So it went up to 26 cents back in December, right? So if you look at its all-time low of 2015, when it probably roughly came out to the peak of the bull market, it was 164,000% gain.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know, that
Yeah,
is
but it
crazy.
really crapped the bed though. I remember when that happened.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That sucked. That was
Right.
crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I was one of those people back then that I bought Verge, not at the best time. So I ended up holding on to it long enough to where I didn't really lose too much money. So that kind of worked out.
Yeah, that does work out.
But yeah. Hey, if you never sell, you won't have a loss. Right. But if you don't sell, you'll never have a gain.
Right.
Oops. So anyway, that's what I was showing was the privacy coins, which I mean, look at this is just a top 10, Cody. Right. You had Verge in there, Komodo, Horizon, you know, which some of these I didn't know were privacy coins. Of course, Zcash, Dash, you know, like you ever heard of Grin, Mimblewimble?
I don't think so. No, that doesn't look familiar to me.
I didn't realize Bytecoin was a privacy coin, you know, or Zcoin, whatever that was.
Yeah, I know Zcoin. Yep.
But Monero, of course, was on the list. So these privacy coins, you know, they're still around here. They're still here. So we'll see what happens as more regulation comes out with the privacy coins.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Privacy coins are definitely here to stay, but I do think that they are going to be challenged greatly in the regulatory stuff because it's, you know,
Yeah, they will.
they definitely will. But there's I'm trying to see if there's a really, so I've been looking at Maker. I'll show this to you really quick.
Maker's a big coin because they're going to be, I think, involved a lot with DeFi.
Yeah, they're involved with the DeFi big time, and just banking in general has been like they're playing a large role in that. So I think that they actually might be one of those coins that's part of this whole bull run in a big way. But you know, in my opinion, just based on what I was looking at here, I mean, so you're looking at let's just see the numbers for a second. They were actually they're up 2% today. They did quite a bounce actually recently. Dude, where am I going? All right.
Yeah, they have.
Like, look at that. Just on the like they bounced quite a bit. I mean, they went from So
yeah, I mean, in one day they almost went up 2% in a day. So that's pretty big.
Yeah. So you have the market cap. Let me see. They're number 33 right now. So, you know, this is like what I would call like a good like mid market, and this is like a good mid market cap investment as far as like cryptos in general go. But their use case, I think, would actually, what I'm looking for, Brian, I don't know about you, but like what I'm looking for is companies that are actually going to comply with regulations.
Yes.
And that, because I feel like anybody that's challenging that, they're going to get so screwed, especially if you're a North American citizen, or if you're, a part of some country that's going to be putting out these regulations. If you find cryptos and assets that are actually complying with regulations, they're going to do well in the next bull run, in my opinion.
It also goes hand in hand with exchanges.
Right.
You might have some exchanges doing shady things out there.
Oh, and there has been quite a bit. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course it has. Celsius, FTX, of course, was the biggest one,
Well, and then there's some companies that don't even want to be, a part of the KYC. So it's just all of a sudden you went from being able to utilize these exchanges to now you can't use them. I mean, this happened with Binance. This happened with KuCoin. This happened with.
Well, for some reason, the U.S. doesn't want to allow U.S. citizens to use Binance or KuCoin, right? I think it's with KuCoin, because I was using KuCoin for quite some time because they didn't require KYC.
Right, exactly.
So I would just, send crypto in, get the cryptos I want, hold them, and then I would trade them back to a stable coin or something and send the money out to another, or the token to another wallet I have. Well, I can't do that now because they wanted me to KYC, and U.S. citizens are not authorized to use KuCoin. And it may be because of maybe KuCoin doesn't want to deal with the United States and their wishy-washy lack of regulations right now. So they may be like, we don't need that headache. We're not even going to deal with U.S. citizens. Because if you try to do KYC on KuCoin as a U.S. citizen, they're going to say you're not allowed. You're not authorized.
Right.
Same with Binance. They stopped everybody from using Binance in the U.S. But then Binance created, even though it's supposed to be a separate company, Binance.us for U.S. citizens to use.
Right, exactly. Which we can't use that now. Or no, we can use it.
You can.
But yeah, there was
some
things that were coming out with CZ.
Yeah, so people were nervous. I mean, myself, I ended up pulling my stuff off of Binance.us exchange because I didn't want to be stuck if something happened like a FTX or something like that. I try to hold most of my cryptos in cold storage or at least software wallets.
Yeah, exactly. No, that is the best way to do crypto holdings, is in cold storage. Just get yourself a Ledger Nano or some kind of ledger. That's a good ledger. Save your keys, take your keys, put them in an actual physical,
write them down and put them in a safety deposit box.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a home safe. Don't save them to your laptop. Don't save them on your phone. Don't save your private keys on any digital device.
Right. And people think this is the silliest thing, but it's just like, the best way that I could compare this, what we're saying, to like say US dollars, imagine taking your US dollars and just leaving them on your kitchen table. I want you to take all of your, all of your investments and savings and just leave it on the kitchen table. And that's what I want you to just leave it there. That makes sense, right?
Right. Or leave your bank card, your debit card somewhere in public.
Yeah, exactly.
With your PIN on it.
Yeah.
See if anybody's going to take anything.
See if anyone's actually going to try to take it. Yeah.
Right. That's the same thing as, I mean, centralized exchange. You have no control over your crypto.
By the way, we're not telling you guys to do that. That's a joke.
No. Okay? I mean, granted, yes. Do I have crypto on exchanges? Yes. 2 exchanges I use right now for the most part is the biggest one is Coinbase, of course. Right. And then Kraken. Right.
Right.
I have right now for me a decent amount on Coinbase for crypto, but majority of those are in trades. So you have to be on the exchange to trade your crypto, either to sell it or buy. Of course, when you buy it, if I buy crypto and I know, well, I'm not going to do any trading with this for a long term, it goes right to my cold storage. If I'm trading a crypto, I'm going to keep it on the exchange because now I have it in a sell order with, limit sells or whatever. So it has to be on exchange for those purposes. But like I said, majority of my crypto is off the exchanges. Like I had, so remember back in 2016,
So these are cold storage crypto wallets, just before you hop on to
Yep.
the next point, just so people can see different ones. I don't know all these different companies, so I can't vouch for them all. But this just for those of you who
they
don't
say it's
know,
good.
yeah,
I have,
Ledger. I like Ledger. This is Ledger. This is a
yeah,
classic Ledger. It's $140 for this. It kind of looks like a USD
USB stick.
or a
Yeah.
USB stick. You know,
I have two of the ledgers.
yep. I have this one right here. Or no, I actually have a different screen touch version of this one. But yeah, it's really, really important that you guys get your cold storage, set up for yourselves if you're going to be investing in crypto, because I mean, there's exchanges out there that I think are going to be fine and not hacked. Like, Coinbase, for instance, I think is a perfectly fine exchange that we all use. I
Well,
know you and I
they have
differ on,
insurance now too on Coinbase.
right, and that's huge.
And
So that's
it happened to a cousin of mine. He got scammed. He did the thing you're not supposed to do.
yeah. Tell
He
us, what is
went-
that? What
he
is the
had-
thing you're not supposed to do,
So
Brian?
he had a problem, right? With Coinbase, he forgot whatever. I don't know if he forgot his password or whatever. He was having an issue with Coinbase. So he does a search, Coinbase customer service. And what did he do? He clicked on the first link without actually looking at the URL to make sure that it was Coinbase. He dialed the number. He started talking to this gentleman. This gentleman was able to take control of his Coinbase account, sold everything into Bitcoin, and then transferred the Bitcoin out of his Coinbase account to some wallet.
Yeah.
And it even went as far, because his bank account was linked to Coinbase for onloading and offloading USD, even took money out of his bank account. And then
Jeez.
when he realized this is not right, he stopped the process. But by then it was too late.
Yeah, that's
So his crypto was gone. But with Coinbase, he had that insurance where they'll
Right.
insure up to $1 million, whatever.
Yeah.
It was a process. He had to fill out police reports. FBI got involved because they could find out that some of this happened. It was in the US.
Wow.
So anyway, I don't know if they caught the person or not, but Coinbase refunded him everything he lost. One time deal.
Wow.
So he got all everything that he had got put into Bitcoin. So he got his Bitcoin back.
Yeah.
And it popped up in his wallet one day on Coinbase. He's like, oh my God, I got it back.
Yeah, isn't that
Actually,
crazy?
So Coinbase to me was a stand-up company to do that.
Yeah.
I pay the $29 a month for Coinbase, whatever they call it. I forgot what it is now. But included in that is you get this insurance. So if something happened with cryptocurrency, say their exchange got hacked, well, I'm covered up to a certain amount. So
Yeah.
I think that's
So,
big.
no, that's huge. And that's going to start happening. Like, if, these crypto exchanges, if they want to flex and be the best that they can be, they're going to
If-
need to,
Right.
they're going
And
to need
if-
to actually get that insurance stuff going for them. But it's
and
just
if
like,
someone asks you for your private keys, hang out.
never give them.
Never,
Ever. If
Because
somebody
any
asks,
legitimate company, exchange, they will never ask you for your private keys.
yeah. I mean, I realize like this obviously sounds like such elementary talk in cryptocurrency for everybody, but there's so many new people that are coming in and they have no idea what they're doing. And it's like, this is another thing too, like Telegram groups and Discord groups and different stuff like that. If you are looking for information and answers about how to utilize certain things in crypto and do stuff, this is one big way that scammers have been getting people, is they've been going on these Telegram or Telegraph or Gram or whatever groups and asking for advice. And these are illegitimate advisors, people that are actually not there to help you with whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. Like maybe you're trying to figure out how to get into your exchange, or maybe you're trying to figure out how to, set up a wallet with a certain asset that you're setting up a wallet with. I mean, it could be anything, but people make fake, illegitimate representatives on these different Telegram groups, and they will ask you, if they ask you for any private information, do not give it. Like, that's literally what happens. They will say, okay, so what's your 24 seed password, or what's your 12 seed password, or whatever. And like, anybody who asks you for that is an illegitimate person, because nobody
hang
is
up.
allowed. Yeah. Hang up right away. And actually, I would even encourage you guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've actually had the best luck I've had is actually on YouTube, is like learning a lot of information from people on how to do things with YouTube, like with crypto on YouTube, because there's a lot of, and there's scammers out on YouTube too. but
Oh yeah.
it's when you're on a live chat or call with somebody and they're trying to get your information, like, don't give that stuff. That's not good to give. But these are all the exchanges. Well, no, these are not all the exchanges, but these are some of the exchanges that I think are pretty awesome, like Binance, Coinbase, Kraken. These are all ones that we've used. Can't use KuCoin anymore, but I loved KuCoin at the time when we were using that.
Yeah, I do too.
Pontiacs. I know, Brian, you and I differ on this one, but I love crypto.com. I think you're not a big crypto.com person.
I'm not a fan, and I've heard stories of they're hurting.
Yeah.
They're not financially stable right now.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money in advertising. I mean, they got their name on the arena where the Lakers play.
Yeah.
That wasn't cheap. They spent a lot of money in advertising.
Yeah.
And I think that hurt their balance sheet.
Right. But crypto.com, as far as the CEO goes, Chris, that man, he's a very, very smart dude. And he's not, see, a lot of the people behind these exchanges are pretty smart people. But when you have people like Sam from FTX, he was seriously missing out on a lot of information that should have been, taken care of. And so I actually do have a lot of high hopes for crypto.com personally. They spent a crap ton of money in marketing, especially during the Super Bowl. I think that was like one of the largest spendings that they've done for advertisement. But I would say them and Binance. But look at Binance. CZ, he's a smart dude. He does really well, but even he has been like, there's been some questionable things going on with him. It's like just
Bittrex. I used to use Bittrex.
I love
and
Bittrex.
They left.
Yeah. Yep. And they left.
Remember back in 2017, where people had to wait like weeks and weeks and weeks to get a Binance account or somewhere. Remember that? So because of that, anytime a new exchange came out, I would just automatically open up an account. So I had an FTX account.
Yeah.
But I never purchased anything on it. I have a crypto.com account. I have all these accounts on all these different exchanges because I figured someday there might be a coin or a token on it, one of these exchanges I want to get. So I figured I just have it set up. Like when Fidelity opened up their crypto trading desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I immediately opened up an account with Fidelity.
Yeah.
Just and I haven't bought any crypto on there, but I have the account. I actually been buying stocks on there now. It's good to be diversified.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there was one exchange that we got screwed on, you and I, when we were pushing our investors group and whatnot. And that was IDAX.
Yeah.
That sucked. I think we had like 2 ETH on there or something like that. So, and that's a whole nother example. It's just like, there's exchanges out there right now, guys, that, this is the primary reason why we encourage you guys to keep your assets on cold storage, not the exchanges. Whatever you leave on the exchange, be prepared to lose it, because literally
they control it.
Yeah. They have the actual keys to the exchange. And for IDAX, this happened like 3 or 4 years ago, but IDAX, basically, Brian and I think we had like 2 ETH on there at the time. And we were trying to get on there because we were really curious about this crypto called Apollo. And that was where we were able to actually get that asset was on IDAX at the time. But the CEO just all of a sudden went up and missing, just gone. He took the keys with him. So they froze everybody's assets. And dude, it was frozen for a while. To this day, I think this guy he's probably long gone. It's been years. But
he's on an island somewhere enjoying life.
Yeah, probably. Either that or dead. I don't know. Like,
one of the two. Knows? There's probably no in between.
Right. But the point is like, be prepared to lose whatever it is that you invest in crypto, and then also be prepared to lose, just because it's simply sitting on an exchange, because you never know. Like, dude, FTX, nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. I remember when Tom Brady, the quarterback of I like to say New England Patriots, but
right. But at the
Tampa
time,
Bay,
he was with
at
Tampa.
the time, yeah, he was pushing FTX hard, there was a lot of celebrities that were pushing FTX, and everybody was all excited about FTX. So it's just like,
And then they were getting sued when FTX collapsed, like it was Brady's
right,
fault because he was
right,
promoting it.
yeah, which is stupid. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
And this is going to happen to more. See, I hate to say this, but this is not the last exchange. It's going to go through this bull crap.
No.
There's going to be other exchanges out there that go through this bull crap. And right now, in my opinion, and I hate to sound anti,
well, Gemini
decentralized. Yeah, Gemini went through it.
Voyager was another
I don't
one.
want to. I don't want to sound anti-decentralized here, because I know that we love the concept of decentralization, but like, we are getting into a time now where it's like, if you are not following the companies that are actually complying with regulations with their governments, you're going to be in a world of hurt, because it's going to happen, and it will happen. It could happen anyway. It could be happening as simple as you just getting a letter in the mail from the IRS. I mean, it's like, it's going to happen. So it's, that's my 2 cents on that. Because guys, when we get into a bull run, this stuff is going to take off so fast, I think.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And we're going to see, I think, so there are cryptos that were coming out, in 2021, in 2022, but during the last bull market at the peak, cryptos were coming out, WCFG, CFG, Centrifuge came out like right at the peak of the bull market, and they survived the bear market with flying colors, and all they've been doing is building. And you have a lot of these crypto companies that, even though it was a bear market, they were investing in building their product. And those ones, I think, are where you're going to see the 10,000, the 50,000% gain. We're going to have a handful of those that are going to come up in this next bull market. It's a matter of finding which ones they are. Find the companies that have solid, developers and owners and people involved with them, serving a purpose that, is good for the masses. It's serving or solving a problem that affects millions and billions of people. You don't want to get into it. To me, I'm not going to get into a cryptocurrency. Yeah, it solved this problem, but there's only 10,000 people that would have this problem.
Yeah,
it's really not. It's great that it solved the problem and everything else, but if you're looking at, buying cryptocurrency to make profit, you probably wouldn't want to go after something like that.
No,
because its profit range is very limited.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like, and some people might, there's always going to be an opportunity to store your asset in some kind of a wallet that's not connected to an exchange. It's because these cryptos, correct me if I'm wrong, but these cryptos are not launched on the exchange without wallet options. Like the wallets,
right.
A
lot of times the wallets are, before they get put on exchanges, they might find one abstracted exchange out there that get listed, but they're going to be in your MetaMask wallets. Maybe even Coinbase has wallets, or there's Polkadot wallets. There's so many different wallets out there, and you need these wallets to interact with DEXs, to interact and pick up, buy or sell cryptocurrencies on Uniswap or SushiSwap or these other DEXs. You need to use your own wallet.
Yep, exactly. So I think that's really, really important as we move forward in this crypto world, that people understand that. And a lot of people do understand that, but so many people that don't.
Oh my gosh. Right.
It's crazy. Well, yeah, Brian, man, I got to actually get going here.
All right. Well, it's great just ranting on about cryptocurrency for an hour or so.
I know. I want to go on further, but I got some family stuff I got to take care of. So,
right.
But dude, if you guys, so I don't know how many people we've had watching this. We kind of like on and off having people watch it. But if you guys want to get more content like this, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the bell notification, because we are going to be doing this every Saturday morning. And we are starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time next Saturday. We have some more videos coming out. If you guys want to hit it in the comments, what are some things that you guys want us to review? Because there's so many things that we could review and talk about, different cryptos that you might be interested in, exchanges, maybe some questions that you have about this particular live that you were curious about. just like, let us know what you want to know. And also, if you go back to Brian's most recent video that he put out on IMX, if you guys were waiting for 50 comments to fill up on that video, if we have 50 comments fill up on that video, we're going to do a special free Bitcoin giveaway to 3 people. So, and I want to start doing more stuff like that because I think that'd be fun for people to be a part of. But
Yes,
Brian,
definitely.
yeah, it was a good video, Brian. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, IMX, really excited about where that one's going. Definitely with the gaming industry and Web3. So
Well,
definitely
dude,
exciting.
actually talk about that for a second before we get going, because I'm like,
All right. Well, IMX has been around for a little while, but they have a live product now. They have their own games, but they also built the platform so people can go ahead and build games on the IMX blockchain platform and launch their games through that. And they're one of the leaders with Web3 development, and everything's going to be going to Web3. It's just the progression and growth of the internet. And right now we're at Web2. So, and they're very deeply entrenched with development and progression of Web3 in gaming. So we know how big the gaming industry is, and they're not going anywhere. They're one of the leaders in that market, in that field. So, and they're just, to me, they're at a very good value right now to purchase their crypto, which is the IMX token for Immutable X. But
actually, dude, pull it if you can, pull it up on the charts really quick, because I just wanted people to see that.
All right, let me pull that up real quick. I'll share my screen here in a second. Somehow my trading view tab got closed.
Yeah, because I mean, as far as like different assets that we're investing in, I mean, IMX is one of them. I'm really looking into doing Maker. That's something that
Maker definitely. I don't hold any Maker right now.
Neither do I, but it's something that I think is really seriously good to be looking into.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to share screen now.
Yep.
So here's the chart with IMX. Let me just get it a little.
I'm going to go check on the girls really quick.
All right. So IMX, you can see it's been pretty much sideways since May. I mean, it's gone down a little bit, but I think IMX is getting ready to explode here in the next few months. Who knows what happens in the last quarter of 2023? I could see it getting back up over $1 before the end of the year. We'll see what happens, but this thing is going to take off. When we hit the bull market and the way they're developing, it's crazy how cheap it is right now. I mean, it was at an all-time high at the last bull market of $9.52, and we're at roughly 58 cents right now. So that's just crazy to me that it's such a great value, and they have a working product. They're already out there doing their thing. So to me, IMX is just in the industry they're in. Generation Z, they're all about gaming, all about interacting. And with IMX, they're the leading edge there for that. So, and you can see, its market rank is 52. It's in the top 100. So, here you go, all-time high at $9.52. We're at 58 cents right now. It's crazy. So, and then I could go ahead and I'll just change this to a 5-year chart real quick. And you can see the 5-year, this is on Bitstamp, using Bitstamp. So it's probably only been on that exchange since March 2022. Let me see if I can find it different. Usually Binance was listing a lot of coins. Yeah, so actually it wasn't on major exchanges until, January 2022, which was near the peak just after the peak of the bull market. But you can see where this wick went all the way up to $8 there. But it's just been going sideways ever since. It had the big drop with the bear market. bottomed out here at the end of 2022, and it's just been sideways since. I don't think we're going to see that low again. So very excited about IMX. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's awesome. No, that's sweet. Yeah, IMX is definitely gonna be a good one. I'm
It
excited
is.
about that.
I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about a few tokens. So anyway,
Just a few.
just a few. Well, there's so many of them to go through.
I know, and I want us to go through all of them. We're gonna go through every single one of them, Brian. Every single.
There's no way. I think they're coming out faster than you could go through them. You could go
Yeah.
through, 5 of them a day.
Well, we'll do our best to at least go maybe in the top 200 or something like that at some point. Get through them all.
Yes.
But and that's really what it comes down to is like, I mean, there's some good ones out there that are like in the top 500. That I think are actually awesome, legitimate projects that are coming out. But it's it's a competitive world out there. I mean, people want to be. It's all in the marketing. Building the community and the marketing strategies.
Yes.
And I mean, of course, there needs to be a legitimate, use case, which everybody, should
It
be
has to solve
looking
a
at that
purpose.
first. What's the use case?
What's the
actually
use case? And how
Right.
many, what's the size of the population or demographics or whatever that it's going to support?
right.
Is it only
Right.
supporting 10,000? Well, it's probably not one that's going to grow that quickly or grow that much.
Right. And there's a lot of cryptos out there that I want to invest in that I like broad concepts and use cases, not narrow-minded. There's a lot of narrow-minded crypto mindsets where I'm just like, what's the point of it even being a crypto? Like, I understand the company and the services that they offer for the company, but why even have a crypto? What's the point? And it's just like they're just making it because they're just trying to make more money, and that's just what
Right.
it comes down to.
Yeah.
But if you actually have
pump a dump.
Right. But if you actually have companies like, say, for instance, Ripple, or XRP, those are, or Tron, I will say Ripple, Tron, like all these other cryptos that are in the top 100, they don't just have companies that are legitimate companies, but they have reasons and purposes for those cryptos to actually exist. And it's actually playing a large part of the company, and it's necessary and it's needed. And so it's like, I want to invest in those kinds of assets that are not just narrow-minded. Like, for instance, you remember this one coin that was out there called Redcoin, REDD?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, we invested in that. Jeez, I'm crow. That must have been like 3 or 4 years ago. And that really crapped the bed. That was like, but it was because primarily what it was trying to do was it was trying to just be like a tipping coin. Like, oh, we can tip YouTube channels and tip these channels and tip those channels. And it's just like, that's fine. But like, why can't I tip you with Litecoin or Bitcoin or XRP or, it's just, there's like way too much competition with that concept. And it's just too narrow-minded,
Yeah. So talking about Redcoin, here it is.
Oh, you found it. Oh my gosh, you found it.
It's 1,000. It's ranked 1,584 right now.
Exactly.
It's
exactly. See?
It's not worth much.
No, it's not worth much. I can't even believe that there's money in it still.
But you can see here, I mean, at one point it was worth 3 cents. That's, that's big.
Pretty sure that we were holding it at 3 cents.
Right? Probably.
Yeah, that was a crazy. Yeah, I will say we did pull out. I think it was like it was at like a penny or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that happened to a lot of cryptocurrencies. They went by the wayside. They didn't keep developing, or they were just, scams in a sense.
There's so many reasons why.
Yeah. Chili's, Chili's would be another one we'll talk about at another time, but that's a good coin. It's one of the few in sports that can support like fan tokens. You'll see a lot of like, it's big in Europe, the soccer teams, they all have their own fan token now. Maybe there's this subscription to their team, and they have the fan token, and they probably use these tokens to buy merchandise and stuff like that. So there's a lot of that stuff going on. Some people, depending, like Manchester United might have their own fan token, or Barcelona, or all these other soccer teams. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, there really is. So
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, let's do a video. Yeah, you definitely do a video on that. I want to actually encourage people that are watching this to like do a video or let us know what it is that you want us to do videos on. Like what you guys
yeah,
want us to talk about anything. We'll talk about anything crypto. I mean, there's so many things to talk about. It's crazy.
it's endless.
Oh, it's so endless. Yeah. So if you guys want us to do some kind of a coin review, token review, exchange review, news review, I mean, anything. You just, questions that you guys might have, we'll do the best to give you the best content that we can give you guys. So, but yeah, that's basically it, man. I mean, there's so much we can keep on talking and covering,
Yeah,
but
definitely have to start our weekend. I got to get
Yeah.
going as well. But it's great to
Exactly.
talk to you, Crypto Cody. Good to see you.
You too, man. We'll chat.